Lauren, and welcome to our first fall story time. I hope you guys had a lot of fun this summer. Maybe not as much fun as you normally would have, but at least a little bit. We miss seeing you guys here at the library and hope to be able to do our in-person story time relatively soon. But as of right now, we're still doing a virtual story time, so you guys can enjoy our story times from home. So here is our first fall story time, all about going back to school, which may look a little bit different this fall. Some of you may actually be going back to your school, some may be doing school at home. But either way, I hope you guys have fun with our back to school stories time, and thanks for watching. All right, so we're going to start our story time with our opening song, If You're Ready for a Story. So everybody go ahead and stand up for me. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Make your hands all nice and neat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. All right, good job. Are you ready? Okay, our first book to go along with our back to school story time is called Fall is for School. Because what do you do in the fall? You go back to school, right? Summer is over, fall is here, and it's time to head back to school. So let's get started. Fall is time for school. That really is uncool. Fall is here, it's time for school. The summer's in the past. I'm staying here, I will not go. Vacation went too fast. Fall is time for turning leaves, the weather's growing cool. Fall is here, come on with me, it's time to go to school. School is really not my thing, you go on alone. I'll be fine all by myself, sitting here at home. Let's go and meet your teacher, you're going to look so nice. Tuck in your shirt and tie your shoes, you must take my advice. Teacher? Teacher? Sister, no. I do not think that I can go. In school we'll learn of Romans who really were no dummies, and the pyramids in Egypt all filled up with mummies. Dinosaurs and carnivores, mighty Tyrannosaurus, giant tigers, woolly mammoths really were enormous. I'm going to play all day, it doesn't matter what you say. Recess is for playing games. We'll run and jump and climb. Let's go right now and join the fun. You really must not whine. Whine. Do your numbers, 1, 2, 3, add, subtract, and multiply. 1,000,000 trillion, my oh my, count the stars up in the sky. I do not like arithmetic, it hurts my eyes. It makes me sick, I will not go, I do not care. I have heard enough to tell the truth, I'm not like you, school is just too tough. Rocket ships that fly to Mars, music, sports, and art. These are all the things you love. I think you're very smart. We will learn to read and write, and stories we will tell. And if you want to do it right, you have to learn to spell. Fall is time for parties, for spooky Halloween. We'll dress up just like zombies and paint our faces green. In science, we will never stop until we ace the pumpkin drop. Pumpkin drop? Pumpkin drop. We pad them up and drop them. It's really engineering. If your pumpkin doesn't smash, the teacher will be cheering. Is that something I can do? And everyone is going? Staying home day after day was getting kind of boring. Fall is time for school. We'll learn and we'll be clever. A great big world will open up and change our lives forever. Maybe school will be all right. I might just reconsider. Maybe you are not so dumb for my baby sister. Fall is time for school. School is full of awesome. The world is mighty cool. It's an amazing universe. Fall is time for school. The end, and that was Fall is for School. Okay, right, so the first game we're going to play today is called What's in the Schoolhouse? So as you can see, we've got our schoolhouse right here, and I'm going to show you different objects, different things, and you're going to tell me whether or not you would find them in a school. All right? So let's get started with our first item. Let's see, would you find students and desks? What do you think? I think probably in a school you would find students and desks. All right. What about? Would you find a monkey? Do you think you'd find a monkey in a school? I don't think so. That'd be a pretty wild school if you found a monkey in there. But let's move our monkey over here to the things we would not find in a school. What about crayons? Would you find crayons in a school? I think so, right? Especially maybe in your art class where you would do different types of artwork and draw and color, things like that. So I think you would definitely find crayons in a schoolhouse. What about, would you find books in your school? I think you would, right? You'd find all different kinds of books, maybe in your school library, or maybe your classroom has books, right? I think you would definitely find books in a schoolhouse. What about a shark? Would you find a shark in a school? I don't know. That'd be, again, a pretty wild school up there with the monkeys, but I would say probably wouldn't find a shark in the school, so let's move him over. Okay. What about a backpack? Would you find a backpack in a school? I think so. Right, you carry a backpack to school so you can bring all of your schoolwork and your colored pencils, crayons, your lunch maybe, all those different kinds of things you carry in your backpack, right? So you would definitely find a backpack in a school. What about a teacher? Would you find a teacher in your school? I think you would most definitely find a teacher in your school, right? Okay. What about an airplane? Would you find an airplane in your school? No. That'd have to be a huge school to have an airplane in it, don't you think? All right, so let's move our airplane over to the items we would not find in our school. And what about a cafeteria? Kids eating lunch. Do you think you'd find a cafeteria in your school? I think so, right? Most schools have cafeteria where you can eat your lunch during the day, right? Okay. What about, this is our final item. We've got a sailboat. Would you find a sailboat in your school? I don't know. I'd say probably not. So let's move our sailboat over. All right, so inside our schoolhouse, we would find a backpack, a teacher, cafeteria, books, crayons, and students and desks. All right, good job, guys. And that wraps up What's in the Schoolhouse. All right, so now it is time for our rocket song. So go ahead and put your hands together, make your rocket. Ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Okay, our next book is called Bunny's Book Club Goes to School. Let's get started. Bunny's book club met at the library every Saturday. Bunny and his forest friends arrived even before the librarian. They couldn't wait to return the books they had borrowed and to pick out new ones. They always found lots to do at the library. Porcupine had discovered arts and crafts, and Bird loved the audiobooks. Raccoon typed at a computer, while Bear and Mouse nosed through the cookbooks, and Frog put puzzles together. Squirrel searched the highest shelves as Mole mined below. And Bunny had made a new book buddy. A little girl named Josie also came to the library every Saturday. She recommended books to Bunny and helped him with the hard words. Bunny loved Josie almost as much as he loved books. His friends loved her too. One crisp, cool day, Josie slumped onto the pillow pile beside Bunny. "I start my new school next week," she said. Bunny's ears perked up. He had read all about school. "I'm so nervous," she continued. "What if I don't make any friends?" "Who wouldn't want to be your friend?" sputtered Bunny. Bunny hated to see Josie worry. He wanted to help, but how? That night, as he hopped into bed, an idea popped into his head. Josie needed a friend. Bunny was a friend. That was it. Monday morning, Bunny bounced out the door and right into Porcupine. "Where are you off to?" Porcupine asked. "School," said Bunny. "It's Josie's first day and she needs a friend." "I'm her friend," said Porcupine. "I'll come too." "I suppose 2 friends are better than 1, said Bunny. So off they went. Along the way, they bumped into Bear. "We're going to school," said Porcupine. "Want to come?" "Oh, brother," said Bunny. "Don't get your whiskers in a twist," said Porcupine. 3 friends are better than 2. But then 3 friends turned into 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 8, and 9. When their crew reached the town, Bunny came to a halt. School was bigger than he'd thought. He scanned the crowd and shook his head. "No way we're going to find her," he said. Then, as the last of the students swarmed inside, Bunny spotted Josie. "There she is," he called. "Let's go." The animals quickly darted after her, but by the time they reached the door, Josie was gone. They peeked into the classroom after classroom. "That's her," said Squirrel. Everyone tumbled in the gymnasium, but it wasn't Josie. A ball whizzed over their heads. They couldn't resist jumping and dodging and dunking until Bunny blew a whistle. "We have a job to do," he said. "Come on." The animals hurried out, except for Squirrel. "I'm going to hang out here just another minute," she said. A song floated down the hall. Bird followed the notes. "I think it's Josie," she trilled in tune, and she fluttered into the music room. But it was another false alarm. "I'll stay to help with the harmony for a bit," said Bird. Just then a delicious smell wafted through the air. "All the searching is making me hungry," said Bear. "Maybe Josie's having lunch," asked Mouse. But she wasn't. "We'll catch up with you," said Bear. Mumbled Mouse. Every time they thought they saw her, it turned out to be a mistake, and worse, Bunny's friends kept getting distracted. Raccoon crept into the computer room, Frog leapt into the water fountain, Mole dug into the science lab, and still there was no sign of Josie. "Looks like it's just you and me, Porcupine," sighed Bunny. Porcupine? But Bunny was too late. Porcupine had dipped into the art room, and now he was stuck. "I suppose 1 friend is better than none," said Bunny sadly. He continued down the corridor, and that's when he saw it. Bunny's heart hopped. He burst into the school's library. It smelled like home. He spotted his favorite book, then another, and another. There were new stories, too, just waiting to be read. Bunny gleefully ran his paws across them all, then paused at the end of the shelves. Just then, Porcupine, Bird, Frog, Bear, Mouse, Mole, Raccoon, and Squirrel toppled into the library. "We knew we'd find you here," said Porcupine. "It's Josie," shouted Bunny, pointing to the playground. "Look!" Bear held open the back door. The animals ran out and dashed to the jungle gym. They caused quite a kerfuffle, which caused Josie to look up and smile. She hugged her friends. They hugged her right back. "Want to play?" asked Josie. "You bet," said Bunny. Soon everyone joined in the fun. Bear caused a bit of a delay. They raced and chased all around until recess was over. Before heading back inside, Josie grabbed Bunny's paw. "Thank you," she whispered. Bunny beamed. Josie lined up with her class. "See you Saturday," she called. Bunny waved goodbye. He could see Josie had made lots of new friends. And so had he. The end. And that was Bunny's Book Club Goes to School. Okay, our next magnet game is called Who's in the Tub? Now, of course, most of you probably take a bath before school, maybe the night before school, right? So that's why it's going along with our back to school theme. So this game is pretty similar to the one we just played, What's in the Schoolhouse. I'm going to show you a variety of different items, and you're going to tell me whether you would or would not find them in a bathtub. All right, so our first item is soap. Would you find soap in your bathtub? I think so, right? How else would you get clean if you didn't have your soap? Would you find, what about a turtle? Would you find a turtle in your bathtub? I don't know. I don't think so. Let's move our turtle over here where we would not find things in the bathtub. What about, a duck? Would you find a duck in your bathtub? Chances are probably not. You may have a rubber ducky, but I don't think you'd find a real duck in your bathtub. All right, what about a toothbrush? Do you think you'd find a toothbrush in your bathtub? Maybe, right? You might brush your teeth when you're in the bathtub. So maybe we'll leave it in the bathtub for right now. You definitely find it in your bathroom, right? Because you brush your teeth in the bathroom, but you may or may not brush your teeth in the bathtub. We'll just keep it there. What about an octopus? Would you find an octopus, a giant octopus, in your bathtub? What do you think? Probably not. Let's move him over here. All right, what about shampoo? Would you find shampoo in your bathtub? I think so, right? That's how you wash your hair. Okay, so let's keep our shampoo there. What about a dolphin? Did you find a dolphin in your bathtub? Yeah, probably not. Not sure a dolphin would fit in your bathtub, right? All right, what about a towel? Think you'd find a towel in the tub? You might use it after your bath, right? So maybe we'll hang on to it. I don't know if you'd really find it in the tub, but you would use it when you take a bath, right? All right, what about a beach ball? Would you find a beach ball in the bathtub? What do you guys think? Yeah, probably not. And finally, our last thing, would you find, oh, he's not gonna fit there. Let's put him up here. Would you find a little boy all covered in bubbles in the bathtub? I think you would, right? So what are the different items we'd find in our bathtub? Little boy covered in bubbles, right? A towel, soap, shampoo, and a toothbrush. Good job, guys. All right, everyone, and it is time for our banana song. So let's go ahead and put our hands above our heads and make our banana and peel bananas. Peel, peel bananas. Peel bananas. Peel, peel bananas. And chop bananas. Chop, chop bananas. Chop bananas. chop, chop, bananas, and mash, bananas, mash, mash, bananas, mash, bananas, mash, mash, bananas, and eat, bananas, eat, bananas, eat, bananas, eat, bananas. And what's the last thing we're gonna do? Ready? Go bananas! And our final story of the day today is called Pout Pout Fish Goes to School. A long time ago, when Mr. Fish was very small, he headed off to school for the first time of all. With a smooch from his parents and excited for his day, Mr. Fish rushed in, then he lost his way. The big fish around him knew exactly where to go, finding lockers, finding classes in a fast, smart flow. Mr. Fish, left behind, with his grin sinking thin, finally stopped at a doorway, and he shyly looked in. The class was doing writing, and most everybody knew it, so he tried to print his name, but he just couldn't do it. So he flub frowned, making blub bubbles. Then he plopped down his pencil and counted off his troubles. Trouble 1, I'm not smart. Trouble 2, I'll never get it. Trouble 3, I don't belong. So 4, I should forget it. He floated with a frown down the long corridor. Then he sneak peeked to look through another room door. The class was drawing shapes, and most everybody knew it. So he tried to make a rhombus, but he just couldn't do it. So he flub frowned, making blub bubbles. Then he plopped down his pencil, and he counted off his troubles. Trouble 1, I'm not smart. Trouble 2, I'll never get it. Trouble 3, I don't belong. So 4, I should forget it. He drifted down the hallway with a doubt face, till he spied another doorway. Maybe this was his place. The class was doing math, and most everybody knew it. So he tried long division, but he just couldn't do it. So he flub frowned, making blub bubbles. Then he plopped down his pencil, and he counted off his troubles. Trouble 1, I'm not smart. Trouble 2, I'll never get it. Trouble 3, I don't belong. So 4, forget it. He rushed toward the exit. That's enough, I say. School is way too tough, and I'm not going to stay. Then a soft, kind voice said, don't you fret. You don't have to know things you haven't learned yet. Your classroom awaits. I'm your teacher, Miss Hewitt. I am here to help you learn, and I know that you can do it. You're a fish who is smart. With practice, you will get it. Young fish, you belong. Don't you ever forget it. The student and the teacher swam a splish, splash, swish to a door with a sign marked brand new fish. Miss Hewitt said, good morning. I'm excited you're all here. Together we will all have a spectacular year. Fact 1, you are smart. Fact 2, you can get it. Fact 3, you belong. So 4, don't forget it. The class got to work and Miss Hewitt helped them through it. They listened, then they tried, and everyone could do it. Mr. Fish gave a grin. Goodbye, blubbles. No more doubt, worry. No more flub troubles. He swam with his class, Miss Hewitt by his side, as the students and their teacher said with confidence and pride. Fact 1, we are smart. Fact 2, we can get it. Fact 3, we belong. And 4, we won't forget it. The end of Pout Pout Fish Goes to School. I hope you guys enjoyed all of our stories this week. All right, so that ends our story time for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we are going to wrap up our story time with our goodbye song called Tickle the Clouds, and it goes like this. Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around and tickle your nose, reach down low, reach up high. Story time's over, so wave goodbye. Thank you guys again so much for joining us this week, and I hope to see you all again next week. Bye!